So the Grammy nominations for this year just dropped and the internet is already in flames, mostly because of all the buzz around Katseye and whether or not they deserve those nominations. So yeah, let's get into it. On November 7th, the nominees for the 68th Annual Grammy Awards were announced across all categories, and let me tell you, K-pop and Asian artists ate this year. First of all, a huge congrats to Rosé. This girl is out here making history, again.
Oh, maybe we're not gonna get it. Luther. Oh, maybe we're gonna get it. With SZA. The subway. Oh, we were gonna get it. Yes! Wow, they had to fucking wait that long. Oh my god.
Her song APE, featuring Bruno Mars, got nominated for Best Pop Duo Group Performance, and so did Golden by Huntrix. Now, here's where it gets wild. Even though neither of those songs are technically K-pop, Katseye also managed to sneak into the same category, and that's where the controversy starts.
Mayhem.
There's two!
I've tried everything but therapy, part 2.
Grammy Nominations!
The best dance.
Still, their nomination did make history, with Sophia becoming the first Filipina ever nominated in this category, and Ejae, who's only 17, becoming one of the youngest Korean female artists. But back to Rosé. With this nomination, she became the first Korean soloist to ever get nominated for Best Pop Duo Group Performance. The first female act title is technically shared with Huntrix, but still, massive win for her. And it doesn't stop there. Both Rosé and Huntrix also got nominated for Song of the Year, one of the biggest categories of the entire show. That means Rosé just became the first Korean soloist ever to receive a nomination in that category. And if that wasn't enough, she also bagged a Record of the Year nomination for APT, making her the first Korean artist in history to do that too. Like, this is insane. Meanwhile, Golden got nominated for Best Song Written for Visual Media, which puts Ejae in a pretty iconic spot too, because thanks to her work on K-pop Demon Hunters, she could end up being the most nominated Korean female artist this year.
We got nominated 5 times!
So yeah, a lot of record-breaking moments, but also a lot of controversy, because while fans were celebrating Rosé, others were like, hold on. How did Katseye, a group that's barely a year old, doesn't have a single major hit, and hasn't even proven long-term impact, get nominated? And listen, K-pop fans were not quiet about this. People are saying things like, Blackpink was snubbed for years, even when they kept proving their relevance, but somehow a group with no hit songs gets 2 nominations? Lisa, Ray, and Doja Cat deserve so much better. Born Again was that song. You can't convince me the Grammys aren't racist. How did Zen by Jennie not get nominated when it was literally one of the best videos of the year?
If the album Ruby had been released by a Western artist, Grammys wouldn't have hesitated to nominate it. Ruby is literally one of the album of the year, and the album deserved to be nominated in. This ceremony neglects music released by Asian artists.
And it's not like they don't have a point. Xenophobia allegations against Grammys aren't new. All the music that is nominated doesn't really fit the K-pop or have Western collabs. Every year, a ton of K-pop artists submit their work. Groups like Blackpink, Twice, 17, all waiting to see if they'll finally get that Grammy nod. But this time, it's Katseye that shocked everyone by not just 1, but 2 nominations. Gabriella for Best Pop Duo Group Performance and also Best New Artist. So yeah, it's a huge deal, but also a messy one. On one side, you've got fans celebrating diversity and the global recognition of new artists. On the other, people are calling out favoritism, industry politics, and high payola allegations. Because, let's be real, when an act that debuted under HYBE's global project gets nominated before older, more established artists who carried the wave for years, it's gonna sting. Also, it's not just K-pop fandoms who are criticizing this because they are the first nominated in pop duo group since the category was created in 2012. Within hours of the announcement, Katseye trended worldwide alongside waves of backlash on X, TikTok, and Reddit. Common complaints and accusations are about payola or bot noms. Users repeatedly tagged manager Scooter Braun, accusing HYBE of lobbying the Academy. Because right after the nominations dropped, the drama kicked in. Some people started accusing HYBE of basically buying those nominations or pulling strings through Scooter Braun, who's an official under HYBE America and has ties within the Recording Academy. People are saying things like, nobody's shocked. HYBE literally made 50 idols register as Grammy voters. We knew this was coming. Hybe infiltrated the Grammys. Katseye nominated. Music has lost. Period. This is payola at its finest. Sorry, not sorry. And there's even this viral tweet that said, the CEO being an investor in payola and fraud, the senior advisor being Scooter Braun, and all of them being able to vote for themselves. Yeah, no level of fraudulence can top this. Like, people are mad. But then, on the flip side, fans of Katseye are clapping back hard. They're like, Hybe check cleared? Payola? Be serious. These 6 women are insanely successful right now. Katseye are 2-time Grammy nominees. Stay mad. They literally had global hits with Gnarly and Gabriella, plus that Gap Jeans ad that took over TikTok. Y'all just don't want to admit their impact because they're from Hybe. And honestly, both sides kind of have their points. Like, yeah, Hybe has massive industry power right now. They've got resources, networks, and influence that no one can deny. But at the same time, Katseye really did make noise this year. Their songs charted globally, they've been performing everywhere, and their fan base is growing insanely fast. But then, many are criticizing the music not being good enough for a Grammy nominations. Many are saying if songs like Gnarly can get a nominations mocking its lyric, Fried Chicken Gnarly, then other girl groups has been snubbed like Fifth Harmony, Little Mix, Spice Girls. Many are calling their music generic and mediocre. So it's one of those situations where the truth's probably sitting somewhere in the messy middle. Yes, Hybe knows how to play. But Katseye's success isn't just some manufactured fluke either. Somebody compared this to submitting to Harvard with a 5.0 GPA and a 36 on the ACT, and that's the perfect analogy. You can hate the system all you want, but if they meet the criteria, you can't really say they didn't earn it. Now, when it comes to Best New Artist, I actually think Katseye has a real shot at winning. According to the official Grammy criteria, this category is meant for a new artist whose first major release establishes their public identity. And if we're being honest, that's exactly what Katseye did this year. They've only been active for a little over a year, but they've already made headlines nonstop, from their Netflix documentary Popstar Academy hitting the global top 10 to that viral Gap campaign, and even their VMA push win. They've been everywhere. On top of that, their numbers are crazy. Over 1.2 billion streams globally, Touch went viral on TikTok with over 300 million views, and even Rolling Stone called their debut the most ambitious girl group launch since Fifth Harmony. And let's be real, the Grammys love a good breakout underdog narrative, especially when diversity and global reach are part of the story. Katseye's the only rookie girl group and the only truly global act nominated this year. Yeah, people are talking about Hybe's connections and Scooter Braun's influence, which fair point, but that doesn't change the fact that these girls had a massive year and legitimately fit the best new artist mold. So, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they walk away with the trophy. They've made the kind of noise that the Grammys can't really ignore. Now, let's talk about Katseye's Gabriella and their nomination for Best Pop Duo Group Performance, because honestly, that song is probably their best one yet. It's the perfect mix of Latin pop and bright, clean vocals, and their 6-part harmony really shows how strong they are vocally. Like, people forget these girls can actually sing. But if we're being realistic, their chances of winning this category aren't super high, and it's not because the song isn't good. It's just that they're up against some huge names this year. That's like stepping into a pop battlefield. And here's a little breakdown of how the Grammy voting system works so you can see why it's tough. Over 12,000 Recording Academy members, artists, producers, engineers, etc. get to vote. First, everyone votes to narrow each category down to a top 20, then to the final 8 nominees, and in the last round, every member only gets 1 vote per category. The song that gets the most votes simply wins. So yeah, Katseye being nominated here is already a huge deal, especially since no all-female group has ever won this category since it was created in 2012. That's insane. If anything, their nomination alone makes history. Gabriella absolutely deserves the spotlight, and I think performing it at the Grammys would be iconic. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments, because I feel like this conversation's far from over.
No matter what happens, I'm proud of all my girls.